Well, I'll tell you what I found. For me, mature friends who love me more than they play church, and support systems that talk about the real issues and the rawness of life. I attend Celebrate Recovery. It's much like AA, but not just for alcoholics. But imagine small groups, or like church groups, but with systems and real talk, deeper than the latest book your church picked for your group to go through. It's people who are broken. You know, I had a friend, this was probably over 10 years ago now. He got up and gave his testimonial at church, and he was having a problem with eating. And I just thought it was really interesting for somebody to get up and talk about this. I'm so glad he did. So glad he did. He said he had to go to an Overeater Anonymous class, and he wished the church was built for him to have these discussions. And I thought, wow, interesting. And then here I am now, divorced now 5 years, and I'm like, you're right. The church doesn't have these systems in place. They want to. There's a lot of talking, a lot of teaching, and a lot of getting in circles with people who they haven't necessarily been through anything yet. We don't have the systems in place like you have outside the church. So then I just realized this giant gap between church and community. The church wants their systems and people in their systems over ministry, actual ministry. They think our people must need leaders. They need to be told what book to read to make their small groups work. But those of us in crisis need extracurricular programs to deal with our real issues, crises in our life, real problems that need real solutions. The church could do that, but many are just busy playing church versus being in real ministry. I'm not trying to rip the church here. I know I'm doing a pretty good job of it, but I'm calling a spade and trying to connect the reasons of why divorcees aren't feeling welcome and ministered in the church.
If you like this content, then subscribe for even more resources, fun, laughter, and sound advice for Christians adventuring in unyoked living. Not just divorce recovery, but for brave men and women who are growing and going and living a life on mission. Blessings.